Welcome back, chemistry students. It's me, Mr. Cheney, with another brilliant tutorial. This one is part 2 of the Energy Forms Lab. And so on Google Classroom, this is where we find it. We did part 1 previously, which was the water and the oil and the iron brick and the brick. So now we are at part 2. So going to part 2, and open up the slides. So check out what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be doing different mechanical to electrical, thermal, and all that good stuff. So we have a few different scenarios. We have spigot with wheel and water. We have teapot with steam to wheel to water. We have person riding bike to wheel to generator to water. And then we change it up with the sun as the energy, solar panel, generator to water. And then we end it with the same setup, but we have an old school light bulb and then a new school light bulb. So what we're trying to accomplish with this lab is mostly to find the flow of where the electrical things are taking place. So we have this right here that shows us the form of energy: mechanical, electrical, thermal, light, and chemical. And so we're just putting them in order here. So we'll start with number 1. I won't go through all of them. I'll just show you 1 or 2 so that you can see the progression on what we're doing. Okay, so let's go through the first 2, let's say. So to get to our lab, we're going again to Clever. We're going to go to my teacher page. We're going to go to PhET. We're going to the same lab, so I can type in energy up here. It's energy form for changes, and we will play. And we're part 2, so we're going to systems. And the one we start out with is the spigot and the wheel, generator, water. We want to put our energy symbols, and it will give us our table right here. So the forms of energy that we're going to be following. So first question is, how do you know the water in the container is getting hot? Second question, what type of energy transformations are taking place in this model? And we're going to be simply taking these, so I've matched these shapes to the colors that are here, and you're just going to put the shapes to the progression that they are. On the other slides, sometimes there's not a first question, so on this one it's just directions to tell you what to do on the next scenario, and then you're going to be putting your energy transformations and so on. So the same thing here. This one has 2 questions again. So one of the questions, don't forget this one, we changed the cloud selector for the solar panel, and this one talks about energy of converted waste. So let's go back to this one, and how do we know the water in the container is getting hot? This goes back to our other lab where we're watching energy symbols collect, and the thermal heat from the coil is increasing the temperature of the water, and then at some point the temperature stops and you get steam. So that's how we know it's boiling. So we'll do that in the simulation. Turn on the water, and as we can see, we have mechanical energy from the water creating mechanical energy of the wheel, which then goes to the generator and creates electrical energy. The electrical energy heats up this red coil. This is thermal energy, so we can see in the table over here that we've gone from mechanical energy to another mechanical energy to electrical energy and then to thermal energy. So we know that it's boiling because of our thermometer. It stopped getting any hotter, but our kinetic energy has increased and we are losing energy through this open system at the top. So when we go back to answer the question, how do you know the water in the container is getting hot? We can list all those reasons, including the thermometer. And then now we're going to see what types of energy transfer we're seeing. So mechanical from water, mechanical from the wheel, electrical from the generator, thermal from this heated coil because the electrical. So in order to accomplish that, we will line these up. So we have mechanical first. From the water, I'm going to control C and V because that's going to give me another mechanical. I need 2. And then we went to electrical, and then we went to thermal because thermal was in the water. So that's how we direct that. If we were to change out to the teapot, it's very similar. So we're going to click the teapot instead. We're going to do some heat, and we're going to observe what energies that we see. So we have thermal. We're starting with thermal. Then we're going to mechanical for the wheels, because the steam from the boiling water is actually creating the mechanical now, which then goes to the generator for electricity, and then it goes to the coil, which creates thermal energy. So in this one we have thermal, mechanical, electrical, thermal. And you can see that on this slide that's what is represented for number 2. So can you do the rest of the slides? I know you can. You're going to go through, make sure you get 4, 5, 6, 7 completed using the same information with the the energy symbols. And that is the energy forms and changes, part 2. And I'll see you back in class.